more your willingness and your ability to let go, the more changes are gonna come. You don't want to sleep right now. You want to be awake and you want to be clear. Being awake and clear, now your life is in your hands. This is the reason why I share. Because I think everybody can be more than he thinks he is right now.
Today's video is with Master Shi Heng Yi. Here are the 10 most viral moments that we have had with Master Shi Heng Yi. Let's dive into it.
Sometimes it's always about modern technology, look into the future. Yes, of course, but there are some questions. You don't need to reinvent the wheel again. They have been thousands and thousands of times already been discussed, thought about, and there's a whole bunch of knowledge behind it. And sometimes it makes sense, first of all, look what is already out there and existing before starting to add something which is just pretty pointless. And so on the one side, having access to knowledge, merging it together with the right mindset, how you personally look upon walking and spending this lifetime of yours. Those two things coming together, I think, carry a huge possibility that you can unleash something special about yourself. This is the main point to share. This is the reason why I share. Because I think everybody can be more than he thinks he is right now. Everybody talks about letting go of the self, letting go of the illusion of the ego. Yeah, how? For example, like this. Do something that is not for the benefit of yourself. Invest your lifetime, a few hours, a few days, every week, every month, and do something where other people are benefiting from your work. This is what I think is a practical way how that maybe guilt that some people still feel nowadays can be reduced. Before you were taking, now it's time to give. When things are rebalanced, then you can continue on another path again. But before anyone continues, you need to rebalance. Sooner or later, this balance is gonna come. The question is if you will be forced to rebalance or if you are able to observe yourself already, see where you are standing and start from there on to directly take it in your own hands to balance what is out of balance.
Today's video was made possible at mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now get the brand new Memento Mori poster. It is a poster that has 80 years made up of tiny little boxes, and each little square represents a week of your life. I have mine shaded up until 30 years of age, and every single time when I look at that poster, I'm reminded how important and precious time is, and I cross one off each week. Those posters are now available at mulliganbrothers.com, and if you want to buy one, please use code STOIC for 10% off. But before that, let's dive back into the 10 most viral clips of Shi Heng Yi.
You can self-express yourself in the way how you like, but you do not do so when you are harming others along the way. So that means the harm for others is something which belongs to the ethical conduct. It is something you are putting to yourself. So regardless of what you are doing, regardless of where this path is taking you, one codex is you're not going to harm anyone along this way. So, and that noble eightfold path is actually combining all of these three areas: your mental state, your physical states, and the way of how you are interacting with this society. No one is born as a superhero. And nobody is naturally born as being a strong and confident personality. These are things that from time to time, from situation to situation, start to emerge from inside of you, because it's growing inside of you based on how you are behaving towards yourself. And now, after finding yourself in a situation that is challenging to you, it also takes a different type of mindset to also be able to say that I'm not well prepared enough. I'm not good enough at the moment to take that challenge. And afterwards, prepare. So that means, number one, don't run away. And number two, be honest to yourself. Those two things, if you keep them in mind and then just put time, effort into practice, I think is the key to step by step build something up about yourself, about your life, about your character and personality that will give you some strong fundament in order to tackle everything that this world is going to throw at you. The two things to keep in mind is you do not look away when challenges come, and number two is you don't blame yourself if at that moment in time you are not able to face it. The only thing you're gonna do is you step back, you take time for yourself, you invest the work and prepare yourself to return. Sometimes it's exactly what makes you cry, exactly what makes you confront yourself and what is super uncomfortable. Exactly these moments sometimes are the ones you should be thankful for, because they carry the potential to unlock something very fundamental inside of you. Let's say like this. The more you're able to let go, the farther you're going to proceed. It is essential. The more your willingness and your ability to let go, the more changes are gonna come. It's just like this. For new things to come, old things must go. And now, just as I mentioned, there is the willingness, first of all, to let go. And then there is your skill level, your abilities. Can you, even if you want? And there it is now also good to know. By practicing certain methods, many of them that I told you already, many of them that are also available. By using them, there is a certain degree that you can already help or support yourself in letting go, learning what does it mean to let go. But sometimes there are also things that have, let's say, that are caught within us, that you just cannot reach by yourself. And this is the moment where sometimes you need support, where sometimes even if the willingness is there and you even maybe can see what it is that is stuck inside of you, but sometimes you need a person, more persons, or sometimes you need an additional support to get rid of it. So this is also important really to understand. Yeah. To always directly approach what you want is the wrong way. Why? Because it is one-sided. because it is only one-sided. You want success, you directly try to approach success, yeah, but it's impossible to have this success if you do not know what that failure is before. So now the question is, how do you make this both? How can you have this wide view of incorporating everything that is involved in it? You need to find a way how to always embrace everything that is involved into it. And that's why we say relaxation and tension, they both belong together. That's why there's no way. I need to know both of them. This is not about if you want or not. You need both of them. Of course we want to have spiritual development, but how do we get there? By figuring out what is at the moment really accessible to me, my body. Because this is nothing about imagining, this is nothing about fantasizing. Your body is something that is available to you 24 hours every day. So therefore, because it is so close to me, I can learn from it. So we go from the physical to the spiritual. And yes, this is where I would say it's one part of what is existing in this type of teachings, yeah. You don't want to sleep right now. You want to be awake. You want to be awake and you want to be clear. Being awake and clear, now your life is in your hands. Being numb, being under drugs, being I don't know, being smoky in the head, I don't know how to say, is difficult. Be awake and be clear. And then fill up your energy tank. Sometimes you're going to get lost in the world of your thoughts that sometimes have nothing anymore to do with how life for you really is. You live in a dream world. You live in a fantasy world. This can happen very, very quickly if you are using too much of these type of methods. Music, self-affirmation, visualization, all of these things, if you do not test. If you test, you can use everything. Because from time to time, that test is just gonna show you, and that's where you really are. And then you readjust. But if you have all of these methods which pump you up, but you never do the testing, then I would say be careful about that one. But whatever is allowed to make you accomplish your job, use it. Every time I face something, every time I'm being exposed to a new challenge, every time when I feel it's a challenge, it only tells me there again is a chance now to grow, let's say. Now, of course, some people might say, yeah, but what's the point of this growing? What do you mean by growing? Why would I always need to accept every challenge just for the sake of growing? Because this growing is the opposite of something is decreasing, something is dying, something is closing up. To grow, to open up, is the same as to bring light into the things. It doesn't matter what challenges it is that you are facing there. It is the fundamental principle behind it that you do not run away. That you are open for everything that is being thrown at you. It is this type of mindset to also understand I didn't ask for an easy life. I take what comes. If it leaves, I let it pass.
Thank you for watching the video. These clips have been insane. The Shi Heng Yi content so far has amassed over 1 billion views, which is absolutely mind-blowing and fantastic that this kind of teachings are reaching the masses. If you've been on Instagram, you would have seen some of the stuff. It's been going absolutely bonkers. We do have so much more new content of Master Shi Heng Yi coming out that's never been seen before. So if you want to see that, hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, and yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody. If you haven't already, please consider becoming a channel member. We have the behind the scenes vlog going up today where Master Shi Heng Yi teaches me and William how to do bone hardening techniques. And you get to see a little bit of how we make these projects. So click the join button down below. You can watch that video now. It should be live. And also, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who supported us at mulliganbrothers.com, where you can get the Inspire Change t-shirts and hoodies, but also the brand new Memento Mori poster has just come out. It is a poster to remind you that you are mortal. In direct translation, I think, actually. But the poster itself is 80 years made up of tiny little squares, and each square represents a week of your life. And I have mine shaded in all the way up until 30 years of age, and I cross off a box every single week. And every single week that I cross off those boxes, I am reminded that time is precious, that I only have a few more weeks of these left. We don't know how far these go. And I was staring at the fridge the other day, and I looked at the boxes that are below, the ones I've shaded already, and I thought, somewhere on there, there is a box that I will not shade in. Somewhere on there, there is a box that will receive the last ink from my pen. We don't know which one it is, but I live my life with that knowledge. And every single morning I wake up and I work towards my goals to inspire change. It's been the most successful tool for me. It's been absolutely amazing. So I really do recommend it. Use the link in the description and use code STOIC at checkout for 10% off. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, go follow me on Instagram if you want to see what I get up to on a day-to-day basis and see some of these clips that we posted today at mulliganbrothers.com. Sorry, Mulligan Brothers Instagram and Jordan Mulligan Brother. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.